I can't help it. It's something I've got to have. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, there is. And I'm going to do it right now.
This is Dr. Walter Bell, and I'd like to bring you another transcribed chapter in the story of Empire County. This series is brought to you by the New York State Department of Health and produced by the State Radio Bureau. Today's story, Turning the Corner. Marty Denfield turned 18 a couple of months ago, yet that boy has gone through a series of conflicts that might have beaten men much older than Marty. He had fought hard and had almost won out against his powerful enemy. And a group of forward-looking citizens of Empire City decided that, for the good of the community, something had to be done. Something to ensure permanent victory for Marty Denfield and others like him. On the day of this group's first official meeting, Marty ran into an old friend.
Well, what do you know? Marty Denfield.
Oh. Hi, Rocky.
What do you say, kid? Where you been?
Oh, around.
Yeah, I know. How long they put you away?
4 months.
Pretty rough, huh?
Not too bad.
Ah, them hospitals are all I like. It's just like jail. What a waste of time. What's the matter, Marty? You got nothing to say to your old friends? Remember the times we had together?
I remember.
Now, don't go pulling those square John stuff on me. Come on over to Benny's with me. Benny moved, you know. Cops found the last place. It's straight down the street here, about 10 blocks.
I can't, Rocky.
You can't? Baloney, where you going?
I got an appointment.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Cut it out. Guys like you and me don't have no appointments. No place to go except one place. Now, come on.
I got an appointment, I tell you. I got to see Dr. Bell. He and some people are going to help me get off the stuff for good. They're going to get me a job.
A job, huh? That's rich.
Yeah? Well, they are. You keep going straight on down the block to Benny's room, Rocky. I'm turning the corner at Blake Street and going to that meeting, see?
All right. Don't blow your stack. But you know, it ain't that easy to kick heroin.
But, Dr. Bell, why has teenage addiction increased so rapidly during the past few years?
Well, there are, if you please, gentlemen, there are a number of reasons for that, Mr. Klein. Dr. Weber, you can probably answer that best. Dr. Weber is chief of our psychiatric department at Empire City Hospital.
First, we have to remember that youngsters of today are under much greater pressure than we were 25 years ago and more. Their future is more uncertain. They wonder whether to take a job, continue schooling, get married, or whether and when they'll be drafted. The prospect of an atomic war, combined with all the other uncertainties, gives many teenagers an attitude of, well, what's the use? It's enough to make some of them, usually those who are already psychologically unsettled, go off the deep end.
But how do the kids get the dope? Well, unfortunately, the illicit drug traffic has been so profitable that more and more criminals are coming into it. And the youngsters are wide open to the peddlers of marijuana and heroin. Now, I invited a boy up here today to tell you the story better than anyone else can because, well, he went through it. His mother is with us here today, too. And I think she's to be congratulated on appearing here to impress upon you how important this subject is to all of us. Mrs. Denfield?
Dr. Bell, I don't know where Marty is. He promised to be here by 4 o'clock.
Oh, well, he'll be here. Meanwhile, if you'd like to say anything to the group...
Yes, I would. I know it sounds silly, but Marty's really a good boy. He's just had it rougher than most kids. His father died when Marty was only 6. I had to support them. That's Marty and his older sister, Beth, all through the years. When Marty was a junior in high school, he started going around with a pretty wild bunch of boys. Oh, they were always doing crazy things, seeing which one was braver than the next.
Go ahead, Marty, take one.
No, Rocky,
what are you, chicken? The other guys are all smoking the stuff.
What is it? Marijuana?
Keep it down, will you? Keep it down. Yeah, it's a reefer. There's nothing to it. You'll like it.
How much do they cost?
For you, nothing. I got a friend gives them to me. Listen, I didn't join up with your bunch last week because I thought you guys were afraid of a little weed. Go on. Will you take it?
Well, okay. Give me a light.
Of course, I didn't find out about all this until much later. Almost too late. It wasn't long before Marty and some of the other boys were looking for something even better than the marijuana.
What are you sniffing there, Rocky?
Just a little H.
H.
Yeah. Yeah, a little horse.
What are you talking about, boy?
Well, you sniff it like a horse does. H for horse.
Yeah, but what is it?
H. H for horse. H for heroin. Here. Try it.
It won't make me sick like the reefers did at first, will it?
No, it's terrific. Take a sniff.
H, huh?
Hey, Benny, I want you to meet a friend of mine. Marty, this is Benny here.
Hiya, kid. I heard a lot about you.
Hi.
Rocky tells me you're all right. You've been sniffing the stuff quite a while now, and you're about ready for the man's way.
Well, I don't know.
Sure, you don't want that kid stuff anymore. Here, take these. Here's some capsules. A spoon and a spike.
I don't know how to handle a needle.
It's a cinch. Rocky will be glad to show you, won't you, Rocky?
Yeah, I'd be glad to.
How much?
The equipment's on the house. Those beautiful little white capsules, 25 cents each. Cheap. How much you want?
6. I'll just take 6.
Only 6? Okay, you're the customer. Don't give me your troubles, Marty. You're a big boy. You've been using the needle for a couple of weeks now. You're a mainliner now. I don't care where you get the money, but if you want more stuff, the price is $1 a capsule.
But it was only 25 cents to start. Besides, I gotta have more capsules than I used to. I got to. You know.
Yeah, I know.
You people don't know what dope can do to a person, especially a boy like my Marty. He wouldn't eat. He was up all hours of the night. He quit the drugstore where he worked after school and on weekends. In order to get the money to buy more and more heroin, my Marty started stealing. Yes, stealing. First money from his own mother, and then merchandise from different stores in town. I didn't understand the change in him. Of course, I didn't know about the stealing until one afternoon about 6 months ago. I found out.
Oh, hi, Ma. What's the matter? Why are you sitting there like... Where'd you get these? The needle, where'd you get it? You've been snooping, you've been...
Marty, why didn't you tell me?
Oh, Mom. I can't help it. It's something I've got to have. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, there is. And I'm going to do it right now.
Mom, who are you calling?
Dr. Gordon.
Mrs. Denfield, I'm afraid that Marty is a pretty sick boy. Because that's what addiction is, a serious sickness. It goes deeper than the little needle sores on his arm, the other physical aspects, or even the stealing that you've told me about. They're all merely symptoms of a greater illness, an emotional maladjustment. Now, I'm going to call the Commissioner of Health. He may be able to arrange for you to go down to the North Brothers Island Hospital.
Hospital?
Yes, Mrs. Denfield. It's a hospital set up exclusively for the treatment of teenagers who have become addicted to narcotics.
Through Dr. Gordon's and Dr. Bell's help, Marty was accepted at North Brothers Island Hospital. They did a wonderful job there. Dr. Bell can probably tell you how they did it, but all I know is my boy has his health again. He should be here now. He's been a little upset lately, but he promised to show up at this meeting.
Now, Mrs. Denfield, don't you worry a bit. Besides, that's exactly what I wanted to discuss with all of you today. Now, here is a boy, well, who's had a rough time. We were lucky enough to get hold of him before his need for money to buy drugs drove him to larger crimes. After 4 months at North Brothers Island, Marty was given a medical discharge which stated that he was in excellent shape.
And it all seems to be taken care of. How come you got us all to this meeting?
Well, I'm afraid it's not as easy as all that. Now is the time that Marty needs the most help. Empire City needs an outpatient clinic to take care of these semi-rehabilitated youngsters.
But why? He's been cured of the drug addiction. What more can we do?
The boy is only partially cured. Now that he's back, there's a difficult adjustment to be made. You see, his old pre-addiction friends, in the main, won't have much to do with him. He must find a new job, new contacts, a whole new set of friends. If Marty doesn't believe that it's possible to start all over again, he may very easily tie up with the wrong people again and take the easy way out.
So listen to your old buddy, Marty. These honest Johns ain't interested in you. You're practically a jailbird. Who are your real friends? Jerks you went to school with? The Citizens Committee that got this big deal meeting going? Don't be a sucker.
Listen, Rocky, this is the corner. I turn right. I promised my mother and Dr. Bell...
Oh, brother, you kill me. No kidding. You promise. Look, you can get the stuff real cheap, practically for nothing.
Yeah? That's how it started the last time. For nothing. Nothing doing. Here's the corner, Rocky.
What corner? You're going down the street with me.
Dr. Bell, do you think we ought to wait for this young man any longer?
He said he'd be here.
Well, I guess we can meet again. It's just that Marty himself might have been able to show you more why a civic-minded group like you can help people like himself. Now, Marty is just one of those who need assistance. Your support can help us get the facilities we need to fight this battle. Outpatient facilities would bring these youngsters back to a life that would definitely benefit the community as a whole. And frankly, well, I'm a little disappointed that he hasn't appeared, but I'm sure that it was something important that... Marty, what happened?
Nothing, Dr. Bell.
You're all mussed up. You haven't been...
No, Mom. That's why I'm all mussed up.
Where have you been?
Around the corner with Rocky. He wouldn't believe that I really wanted to come to this Honest John meeting. I had to convince him a little.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you turned that corner.